Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to Get Hit with the Truth. So today, we're doing the This Week in Boxing segment. It's my new segment I just started last week. It's pretty much to give you the schedule of what's going to happen in boxing for the whole week. You know, I'm not going to make my predictions here. I do those individually so you could focus on that fight card in particular. But this one's just to kind of give you the schedule for the week, let you know what's going on. And all that stuff. So there's a lot of cards taking place on Saturday alone, and then I'm also going to talk about one that's taking place next week during the week. So make sure you're checking all these out. So we start with Saturday, December 10th. We're going to have on the Zone earlier that day, Josh Warrington makes a mandatory defense of his featherweight title at 126 pounds against Luis Alberto Lopez. This is a bigger fight than people are giving it credit for. I think Lopez has a serious shot to pull off an upset. I think he's very legit. And Josh Warrington's in his second reign as champion, trying to reprove himself as the best at 126 since that knockout loss to Lara. So I think this is going to be a good one. It's taking place in the United Kingdom. Josh Warrington, Luis Alberto Lopez for the IBF Featherweight Championship of the World. So check that out. Undercard, nothing really to talk about there. I looked, not really too much, action there. Also from the United Kingdom on ESPN Plus, you're going to see Michael Conlan, featherweight contender, former world title challenger, taking on Kareem Guerfi. This is his second fight, Conlan's second fight since that brutal knockout loss to Lee Wood that he suffered earlier this year. It was also the first loss of his career. Staying busy, he took on Miguel Mariaga, former world title challenger, in his last fight, trying to continue to stay on his winning ways by taking on Kareem Guerfi. Guerfi's not really supposed to be much of a test for him, but he's staying busy. That's what it's viewed as. We'll see what goes down. I'll be doing a video about this one also, so make sure to check that out. But Conlan and Guerfi from the United Kingdom on December 10th on ESPN Plus. Then also later that day, still on ESPN, it's probably the best card of the day. You got a pretty good fight. Our main event, Teofimo Lopez and Sandor Martin are going to collide in a 140-pound clash. This is Lopez's second fight at 140 as he tries to establish himself in that division and get in line for a world title, taking on Sandor Martin, the guy that upset and ended the career of Mikey Garcia, who retired last year, or retired earlier this year following the loss to Martin. He's coming in hungry, wanting to pull off the upset over Lopez. Lopez wanting to prove that he's going to take over 140 and continue to make a name for himself. Is the biggest name on his resume for sure at 140. So we'll see how he does. On the undercard, you got Jared Big Baby Anderson is taking on veteran Jerry Forrest as Big Baby Anderson continues to move forward with his career. And then you also got up-and-comer undefeated Xander Zayas on the undercard as well, staying busy. So that ESPN card's actually the best of the day and going to be pretty good. And then also that night on December 10th, if you want to pay some money for it, the undefeated pound-for-pound star Terrence Bud Crawford returns to action to defend his welterweight title against David Avanesian. Crawford, it's looked at on paper as a stay busy kind of fight, but Avanesian is a tough guy. He's been around, he's a veteran, but not many people are expecting much. Again, this fight's going to be on pay-per-view. Really only one other fight to talk about on the undercard. Some undefeated featherweight is fighting. I'm dropping the guy's name right now. He's taking on Eduardo Baez, who just fought Navarrete for the title in his last fight. So, that's going to be an interesting one right there. But really, it's about Crawford and Avanesian in the main event. But after that, on Tuesday night, or actually I think it's Tuesday morning, December 13th, you're going to see the undefeated, unified super bantamweight champion, or no, bantamweight champion at 118 pounds, the monster, Naoya Inoue. A lot of people consider him to be the pound for pound best fighter in boxing. He's going to attempt to become the undisputed champion at bantamweight when he takes on WBO champ Paul Butler of the United Kingdom. That fight's taking place on ESPN Plus from Japan, so you're going to have to tune in to that fight earlier that morning. It should be, solid. Inoue's coming in a big favorite, but it's for the undisputed title, so anything can happen. So these are 5 fight cards right here, all taking place within 3 days of each other, or 4 days of each other, whatever you want to consider that. It's 3 days technically, but they all should be solid. The main events, again, Warrington against Luis Alberto Lopez for the 126-pound IBF featherweight title. Then you got Conlon against Guerfi on ESPN Plus as Conlon stays busy at featherweight 126. Then you got Teofimo Lopez against Sandor Martin as Lopez tries to establish himself at 140 even more against the upset-minded Martin. That's on ESPN. And with Jared Big Baby Anderson on the undercard and Xander Zayas on the undercard. And then you have, excuse me, you have David Avanesian, or you got Terrence Crawford against David Avanesian for the WBO welterweight title as Crawford stays busy. That's on pay-per-view. And then on December 13th, Inoue versus Butler for the undisputed bantamweight championship of the world at 118 pounds. So that's it. That's what I got. And, that's the schedule. That's this week in boxing. A lot of action. Make sure you check it out. Saturday, December 10th for 4 cards. And then Tuesday, December 13th, very early in the morning on ESPN Plus to check that one out. So that's it. Again, that's what I got. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's this week in boxing. If you did enjoy the video, smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.